There you go. All right, so you asked a question about, is this thing going to get smaller? Okay. This is the heart and soul of a concentrator, because a lot of people don't understand how it works. This is in every concentrator. This is called a sieve bed or a compressor. Okay. It's sitting in here right now, and what happens is 21% of the air is oxygen. Okay. The rest is nitrogen, and then about 70% and the rest is dust and particles. What happens is the oxygen, air comes in, okay, and then it goes into this compression channel right here, okay, and then it takes a 21% oxygen and it filters it into what's called a sieve bed, and they're like little beads, and it separates the nitrogen molecule from the oxygen molecule. The nitrogen molecule is a little bit bigger than the oxygen, so it's able to separate it, okay, and then what it does, it sends out the nitrogen, and then it sends out the particles, and then it takes a 21% oxygen, and then it continuously compresses it till it comes out here over 90% pure oxygen. Okay? The smaller you get this, the harder it is to do that. That's why when you see these little bitty portable oxygen concentrators, they have a little small compressor and sieve bed. It only does pulse dose because it can't compress enough oxygen to give you over 3 liters per minute of a continuous flow. Okay? Now they're trying to come up with new technology, but right now this is the only way to do oxygen concentration, within a portable oxygen concentrator. Okay? Now when you're talking about your home unit, it's a lot bigger. This compressor's like this. That's why it does up to 5 liters of a continuous flow. Okay? Now this one does both, and that's why it's the size it is. It's not this big because this is much bigger than the compressors that are in the smaller units that only do pulse dose. Okay? So this is the 3rd generation. I've seen this thing change many times. This product, the Sequel Eclipse, was originally designed for the military. The 1st generation had a lot of sensitive problems where any change of humidity, it would alarm like crazy. Okay? This is the 3rd generation. So what they've done is they've taken every problem that they've ever seen and had, and they've made it better. Okay? I think this is probably, I don't think they can get it any smaller than this to be able to do 3 liters per minute continuous pulse. Okay? I know that they're going to come out with something where it's going to be less, like the Respironics EverGo does 2 liters of continuous flow, and it's about 10 pounds. Okay? I think that's about as far down as we're going to get it. All right. Thank you.